Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Daily PM podcast, where we explore how we can implement the principles of the project and product management in our daily lives to make it better. Because it's our first episode, let me introduce myself. My name is Kamil Mański, and I'm going to be your main host. I'm a professional project manager with more than 5 years of experience in delivering complex IT solutions. Since 2022, I became a freelancer, and I also became a member of TopTal community, which integrates the top 3% people in my field. Today's episode is called 10 ways to apply project management to your life. So if you are someone who always looking for ways to become more productive, better organized, and more efficient and productive, I believe this place is right for you. So let's get started. Let's start with defining your goals. So in project management, we are working in projects, but before we even start developing or working there, we need to identify the goals, the objectives of this particular project. And not only the goals are important, we also need to understand when we are going to achieve it. So we need to understand the success criteria that will be tailored to the goals of the project that we are going to work on. Moreover, the second one is breaking down your goals into manageable tasks. And this is the issue a lot of people is facing. So it's not a big deal to set up a huge goal, but the problem is with the execution part. So people are used to set up goals that they can barely achieve, and they quit to achieve them or quit to even try to achieve them too soon. And here's the deal. So it's better to decompose your goal into a set of smaller goals that can be easily achieved and achieve them one by one. It's very simple. The third tip is to always visualize your work. So in project management, we use a lot of different visualizations. For example, we create dashboards to monitor the progress of our projects, or we create timelines or harmonograms to check whether we are on track with our delivery. So in our daily life, we can do similar things. So we can visualize the work we do. And here's the fourth one. So to leverage tools. For example, we can leverage tools like Trello, delivered by Atlassian Company. That is a simple board. So it's some kind of, let's say, Kanban board, where you have 3 columns, let's say. You have the to do, in progress, and done. And you just create a task you want to achieve. And when you start working on it, you just drag it from to do and drop in progress. And once you finish it, you can drag it from in progress and drop in the done. So it's very simple, but it's a very important thing to visualize your work, because it will help you stay motivated, as well as to focus you on the goals or on the tasks you prepared and you decided to work on. And here come the next thing. So on what should we really work? So it's really question, what are your priorities? And it's extremely important. So in project management, we always prioritize, because there will always something happen that was not expected and will change our plans. But we also always need to consider what is much more important in our backlog of work. So always prioritize your tasks. And sometimes it can happen that we will postpone some work for a later stage. And frankly, we will understand that it's not really needed. So before we thought that maybe we can do it, but it's not really required. So there are always some work that can be skipped or frankly delete it, right? And there's always some work that needs to be done first because it's, for example, urgent. And there are a lot of tools we can leverage to prioritize our tasks. A couple of examples is, for example, the Eisenhower matrix that split your work or your priorities into 4 categories. So something that is not urgent and not important, and these are the tasks that you can delete. Something that is urgent but not important. So this is something you can delegate to somebody else if you can do so. There's always something that is important and urgent, and these are the things that you need to really focus on because it will explode if you don't do it. And the last column or the last quadrant is something that is not urgent but is important, and it's very important to focus on the last quadrant because this is something we can plan, and if we plan it, it will be better implemented. So the next thing is to always seek accountability. So assign responsibilities, especially when you are working in teams. Because if you are working on a project with other people, it's really important to know who is responsible for each part. And of course, we need to think that we have shared responsibility as a team, but if we don't know who is doing what as a team, we will simply fail, especially if our communication is not the best one. The next thing is to monitor your progress. So just like in the project management, it's important to monitor your progress and make adjustments if necessary. So to always be open to change your plans, but you need to have at least some plans to know what you are going to achieve and how are you going to do it and whether you are on a good track. So monitor your progress. Next one, so the tip number 8 is to evaluate your outcomes. So once you have completed tasks or something on your to-do list or achieve certain goal, it's important to evaluate the outcome because it will help you to identify areas for improvement and make adjustments for the future goals. So in project management, we have something called the benefits realization plan, which basically describes the benefits that you want to realize after the project is finished, or at least some parts of it are implemented. And it's important to always validate whether the goals that you have achieved, if you really benefit from them. Tip number 9 is to celebrate your success. So yes, celebrating success is important, no matter how small your success is. It can help you stay motivated and will help you continue working towards your goals. And the last tip is to learn from failures. So finally, it's important to learn from your failures and use your failures as opportunities for growth. So don't try to always I spoke it wrongly, because you should of course always try to succeed, but it's not probably feasible, right? We will always or sometimes we will make mistakes, sometimes we will fail, and the key differentiator between somebody that is successful and the person that is not successful is that the successful people learn from failures. And I, as a project manager, had a lot of failures, and for me it was really important to learn from them. So you need to reflect on what went wrong and how you can improve and how you can avoid making the same mistakes in the future. So that's all for the first episode about 10 ways you can apply project management for your personal life. I hope you really like it. And if so, I would like to invite you for our second episode about why project management is crucial for achieving personal success. Thank you.